Halls. Shai and Dub. Forgot the I. Close enough.
Shai, wanted to ask you about the passing in the last few minutes of the game. Got a couple guys on those guard-to-guard screen and rolls, and then you specifically hunt out Aaron in transition. Can you just maybe describe the way that some of those passing angles opened up for you guys and the accuracy that you had in those situations?
Yeah, they were guarding us a certain way. Jalen Brunson was showing, and we were putting him in action. And guys are doing a great job. Yeah, Aaron
Save
Wiggins,
basketball.
everybody. Aaron Wiggins.
You saved that basketball, boy.
Thanks, Wiggs.
Do you want to? We can trade. I'll get out.
Yeah, they were guarding us a certain way. They were showing. Wiggs and Lou did a great job of like screening and rolling and attacking the show. We go over attacking coverages all the time, and we were just executing. I was in the pocket, and then the roll guy was making a great play, whether it was to score or to pass. Yeah, it was just good basketball.
And Dub, that fourth quarter, the crowd's so electric. It's a high-intensity game. And you have some of these momentum plays, the dunk on the trail and the block in transition. What's going through you in those moments? Is there anything? Are you seeing red? What's happening in your mind? I know that's when Dub is here as opposed to Jalen.
That's tough. I don't know. I'm just playing really hard, and then when the fans get into it, like, it's kind of like an out-of-body experience to a certain extent. Like, I don't think I realize like how much harder I am playing. But yeah, just trying to make plays, and those were the two that kind of got it going again. But a lot of it's just like the fans are into the game the whole game. So when stuff like that, it's like almost like a build-up of like the whole game, and then that kind of ends up being the result.
For either of you, when you start clapping when Wiggs comes in here, obviously
Big fan.
Pretty outstanding fourth quarter. Just what you see from him, and I guess specifically Shai, you seem to have a pretty high level of trust in him down the stretch. Like, what did you guys see in the quarter?
Wiggs is always level-headed, so no matter what situation is, up or down, left or right, he stays in that zone, and because of that, it allows me and the rest of the team to trust him, no matter the situation and no matter the pressure. And that's what we saw tonight. Wiggs was himself. He was aggressive. He took shots he's comfortable shooting, and he made shots because of those intangibles. And then he works hard, and everything clicks. So, yeah, that's why I trust him, why we trust him, and why he makes plays like he did.
I guess, like, Isaiah was in here talking about, Sam being so good at identifying talent that, a team like this can have a guy like Wiggs that just doesn't play some games. I guess, what does that mean for this team to have a guy like Wiggins who could pop off for 15 in the fourth, but, not even play some games?
Yeah, we're a very deep team full of high-level basketball players, professionals, hoopers, guys that do whatever it takes to win, and that's why we're so good. We have so many different looks. We have so many different lineups, and we all just want to win at the end of the day, and nothing comes before that, and that's why we are on this roll.
Dub, you guys were down 7 with like 6 or 7 minutes left. You get the stop. Kaysen gets fast break in. Like, he has that blunder and goes out of bounds. And
He tripped over his feet, bad feet.
Y'all start laughing, and it's an intense game. A lot of teams, a lot of young teams specifically, would like get their heads down, and you guys just started laughing instead of letting it get to you, get on the other end, get the stop, then you get the layup on after that. Mark talked about wanting to see what you guys were made of in like moments like that where things just didn't go your way. What was going through your mind in that moment just to stay so calm?
Well, first it was just funny. Like, he just kind of tripped over his own feet. And Queso just usually doesn't happen. It was just kind of like one of those nights, like me and Hart trying to fight for a rebound and lose it, and I think they got fouled or got an and one. Like, so just kind of embracing the challenge of what the game had, and I just kind of know like Queso was going to come back and make another good play and be ready. But yeah, those moments are like also ones where you try and stay calm and like not stray too far from what we've been doing all year. Like, we've
Shai, You've been with Mark.
I really don't know what else to say. Yeah,
You've been with Mark this whole time, and you guys haven't had many moments in clutch games, with high-profile games like this. This specifically this season. What have you seen from him in those moments?
From who?
Mark, and like to stay calm and stay trustful, keep his trust in you guys to not get in the way, not call plays or mess things up for you guys.
We go through end the game almost every practice. So regardless of whether we play in them, we know what to do. We know our spots. We know how to execute. And he harps on that a lot throughout the season, because when we want to win games end the season, when it really comes down to it, that's what it's about. And he knows that. We all know that. And because we go over so much, he has trust in us to execute and make plays, and that's what you guys saw tonight.
Jalen, it seems like it gets easier for you as the game goes on to kind of get downhill at the rim. Is part of that just feeling out the defense and settling into the game?
Yeah, later in the game, 2 usually has around 30, so that usually opens up a lot of the paint. Yeah, it's just one of those things, like, as the game goes, for everybody, it gets harder to, stay within your principles, and that's what kind of separates good teams. So you just keep going until you find cracks in the defense to try and do it, and just trying to be persistent throughout the whole game to find them. And it ends up being something down the stretch or it comes the third quarter, but it's more just about keep trying to find them during the game.
Shai, the other day there was a nice video of Jalen talking about how guys need to watch the games to see whether to vote on you about being an MVP and that. On the other hand, these aren't nationally televised games. These are games that people are having to find. Can you kind of talk about why Jalen should be an All-Star?
We are.
Take your time.
I want to say it correctly. I'm not thinking. I know the answer. I just want to say it correctly.
Take your time.
Jalen is a very efficient, versatile basketball player on both ends of the floor. We are the number 1 seed in the West by a good margin of games. Without Jalen, we would not be this good of a basketball team. And basically, Jalen's pretty good. Really, really good. There's nothing more than that. He is an all-star, whether he makes it or not. Now he will make it. But, yeah, he's really good at basketball. And he'll be there in San Fran.
Shai, last season you guys were the youngest 1 seed in NBA history, and you mentioned when people were sort of talking about that, it was we're going to be young now, we're going to be young for a long time. There's sort of the cliche of younger teams have to take their lumps, they have to sort of get their playoff scars. Do you think that you can get those scars as a team during the regular season, or does it have to be in the playoffs?
It's hard to judge, almost impossible. Regardless, you have to lose to win, in any situation in life, and we know that. Now, we're going to do everything we can in our power not to lose and try to defy the odds, but we just give everything our all, have the right intentions, do it together, and wherever that takes us, it takes us. Whatever bumps in the road we hit, and we're going to figure it out together. We're going to continue to do the same thing that's got us over the humps we had in the past, and hopefully we end up where we want to.
You guys are in a stretch where pretty much every night you're playing a top team in the NBA. The next one is Boston on Sunday, the defending champs. Does that one have any extra motivation?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. They won, and we're trying to win. So that'll be a very, very fun basketball game. Sorry to cut you off.
Can you respond, Jalen?
Yeah, like you said, defending champs. They know what it takes to win at the highest level. They've been going to the finals, and a lot of them have been going to the finals and the playoffs for a long time. So a lot of added extra motivation, and we can kind of see where we're at.
And Nana.
And Nana.
Last one to Joel.
Shai, we talked in recent weeks about playing a decent number of teams who were missing the head of their snake, or a couple top options, but they had their starters. Cat was physical, Brunson had paint touches. They kind of hit from all cylinders for a lot of that game. Just where would you rank tonight's win as among the tests you've had this season?
Yeah, it would be up there for sure. Very high level team. They came in here winning 9 in a row. Made some offseason additions. Obviously, they're where they are in the league for a reason. And they had the better of us for most of the night, but we stuck with it. And like Coach said, we really showed who we were. It was a really good game. Really good game, really good test for us, and we passed the test.
Thanks, guys.
You guys matched. You guys matched.